We are Kai and Dee. We are travel and lifestyle bloggers, originally from Auckland, New Zealand. And we have recently moved here in Melbourne, Australia.
If you're thinking of moving to Melbourne, Australia, then this is the video for you. Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. I'm Kai.
I'm Dee, and there's Jake.
There's Jakey boy. And if you're new to our channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button to help grow our channel. And also, don't forget to click that notification bell so you know when our next video is uploaded.
So as we said, we have recently moved here in Melbourne, and what are we going to talk about in this video?
Well, in this video, we will talk to you about our experience of what are the top things to do before and after you arrive here in Melbourne, Australia.
And a little bit of disclaimer, guys, this is just based on our own experience.
Absolutely, and we hope that by sharing this experience, that will help you with your planning.
So, top things to do. What are the top things to do before we arrive here in Melbourne, Australia?
So the things we needed to do firstly is to ensure you've got the right visas. Both Dee and I are New Zealand citizens, so we fall under the special category visa, which means we automatically can come in here and work here. So if you're coming from a different country, please make sure you've got the appropriate visas.
So, are there any travel requirements that they need to do now? It's about October 2022 now, because when we came here, I remember we had to do a few things.
Yes. There were quite a few requirements because of COVID, but now they're all practically gone. So there's no need to fill in a digital passenger declaration, no need to show pre-departure test results, as well as a vaccination certificate. And also, masks are not mandatory anymore when flying in. So it's pretty much living with COVID now here in Melbourne, Australia. So that's good news for you guys thinking of coming, because that's less the cost as well.
And even if you contract COVID while you're traveling here, you don't even need to isolate anymore. So it's pretty much free for all.
Yes, and that is as of October 2022.
So if we've got our visa, no more travel requirements, what is the third thing to do?
The third thing to do is thinking about what to do with your things. So if you're coming here, you could actually bring your stuff as long as you've owned them for more than 12 months, tax-free.
All right.
Yeah. So that's good to know. And then from there, you can make a decision whether you want to bring the bare minimum or all of your things. What we did from there is we went and got quote. We went to a couple of shipping companies. Firstly, we got a quote from Crown Removals, and the other one was New Zealand Van Lines. You'd also, if you want 3 quotes, go to Grace Removal. So those are 3 potential companies you could go to. And then decided to have New Zealand Van Lines ship our stuff. Remember, when you are thinking of bringing your things, you have to have an inventory and also figure out the amount of your belongings. And from there, you'll also need to take into account paying for insurance.
And also in our case, one of the things that we really needed to bring in here was not really a thing, but Jake. We really needed to bring Jake with us, and we did not leave Jake behind. What did we do with Jake?
So if you've got a pet, which is a part of the family, you don't want to leave them. If you're coming from New Zealand, they usually have a pet freight forwarding company that you need to engage with.
But for us, we used
Jet Pets.
Yep. So one disclaimer again that I'm going to tell you guys in here, and very, very key information, is you need to be able to set your expectation when you're going to be able to see your pet. If you are coming in from New Zealand, we left at about 10 a.m. in the morning in New Zealand time. We didn't get him, basically physically hold him, right until about 4 p.m. So that is a long time to actually not see your pet even from landing. So have an expectation that the minute you land, the people that you're going to be picking him up or her up from, they will not know where he is until they've finished the customs check. So it's a very stressful situation. I'll put the vlog that we've got that we did in there. Yeah, but you just need to manage your own expectations.
Yeah. But apart from that, all we needed to do is get a declaration to say we own Jake. And then Jet Pets in New Zealand processed everything and sent us texts throughout the night when he was boarding, when he was checked in. Everything was smooth sailing. It's just when we got here in Australia.
Probably I would say 4 or 5 hours?
It was for about 4 hours that we waited for him. And had we known that, we could have done something else, but we didn't know. No one knew. So that was a bit disappointing.
So no one told us that.
Again, sharing our experience, it might be all right when you do that. So all the logistics of your stuff is sorted, including your pet. If you got a pet, then the next bit is like, how are you going to find a place to live in if you don't have or know anyone here?
It would be good if you know someone.
Yeah, because we had our friends who took us in for a week or so. Thanks, guys. But where would you go and look for a property? For us, whilst we had friends here who can take us in for a few weeks, we actually started looking for a property to rent while we were in New Zealand.
But the number one place that you can search is realestate.com.au.
Give it a go. Ask the real estate agent if they'd allow a video tour of the property. And if you know people here, get them to actually look at the property and drive around the neighborhood as well.
And also, if you're Filipino, I would recommend that you join a Facebook group called Pinoys in Melbourne. We'll put the name down here in the description below as well. And what we found is they were very helpful. Even up to now, actually still seeing a lot of Filipinos are coming here in Melbourne, and a lot of Filipinos will say, hey, family of 4 coming in, do you have any places where we can rent, we can share, board, whatever? And a lot of Filipinos actually do respond. So if you're Filipino, go join Pinoys in Melbourne. All right, so we've got a house, we've got somewhere to live, maybe. What's the next one?
Well, finding a job.
Finding a job.
I mean,
for us, I was very fortunate. I already had a job when I came here. That was the main reason. That's why I actually came in here.
Yeah, and I've read a number and watched a number of vlogs, and they did say it's highly recommended if one of you in the family have got a job. But if you don't and you're on your own, where do you look for jobs?
At seek.com.au, or there's another one that I've actually recently discovered as well. It's careers.vic.gov.au.
Yes, so those are the 2 key websites that you could check out if you're looking for jobs.
And what is the last thing that we need to do before coming here?
Well, finding out how we move our money from New Zealand to Australia, because it's important to have money.
Yes. For us, we needed to make sure we had about 1 to 2 weeks worth of cash. So we bought cash. And at the same time, we also opened up a bank account here in Australia while we were still in New Zealand.
There are a few banks here in Australia that allows that. That's ANZ, Commonwealth Bank, and Westpac.
Once you've selected one of them, then you just need to make sure that you've got your paperwork completed. Usually takes a couple of weeks. So I think for us, it was about a week and a bit.
A week and a bit.
A week and a bit for it to be activated. And once you've activated it, you can then start putting money into it. But for us, I recommend that don't put too much money in there yet.
Correct.
Maybe put like maybe $100, $200.
Minimum money.
Yeah, minimum money in there to that new account.
Just in case it takes time for you to get to a bank and verify your identity with them.
Yes, so we'll talk a little bit about that when you arrive here in Melbourne.
Or if you don't mind, you can use your credit cards or expect to use your credit card while you're in this transition period.
Yep. Okay, so those are the top things that we needed to do before arriving here. Now, we've arrived here. What was the first thing that we did?
Well, of course, had to organize the money.
It's all about money.
Well, when you're moving to another country, you got to make sure you've got enough there to then do the next steps. So we went straight away to the bank that we chose. And unfortunately, because of staff shortages, we were not able to do the verification process immediately. Highly recommend that you call the bank where you decided to pick up your ATM card and ask whether you can just walk in or book an appointment.
Yes, highly likely that you would have to book an appointment.
Correct.
But yeah, book an appointment. Make sure you've got all of your paperwork with you. Your passport is, I think, the number one thing that they will ask for. They'll verify you once you attend your appointment. It usually takes about 30 minutes per person. Your card, if it has arrived in there, you will be able to take it. Okay, so the money sorted. What was next for us?
Well, the next thing was, because Dee's got a job already, she needed to get her tax file number. It's the equivalent of the IRD number in New Zealand, because got to pay the taxes.
Yes.
So what was the process?
So the process was you go online, fill in a lot of forms. You attach all of the documentation that they require, and it came back in about, I think that was about a month, 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, it took a while.
Took a while. Yep.
Remember, you can only apply for your tax file number when you get here in Australia.
Yes. And the next one that we did was actually apply for a Medicare card. What is a Medicare card?
Well, a Medicare card enables you to access free or low-cost healthcare, and it depends on where you go in terms of your medical needs.
So if you're a New Zealand citizen, Australian citizen, someone that has got permanent residency, I believe you are all entitled to a Medicare card.
Okay, so we've got a house, we've got the money, we've got tax stuff sorted, and also health stuff sorted. What's next? Well, the next thing that we did is to convert our New Zealand license to the Victorian state government driver's license. So we went to Vic Roads, booked an appointment, and filled in the form and took our photos, and they give you the paper.
Yeah, they give you a paper one first, and then the real one comes in a couple of weeks later.
Yeah.
The plastic card comes in. Then that's it. So that was very painless as well. As long as you've got your booking. Again, appointment bookings.
Alright guys, that's it for us and our experience of what we think are the top things to do before and after you arrive here in Melbourne, Australia.
Alright. So, if you have any questions at all about any of our experience that you would like to know about, or any questions at all in our process, please do give us a message or DM us on Instagram. Ping us and we will
try and get back to you with a response. We're here to help and support. Moving to another country is one of the most stressful things that you will do in your life, so we're happy to help.
Yes. Okay, so
if you like this video,
don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
See you in the next vlog.
See you later.